Hello, welcome to my channel, Learn Value Investment with Manan Shroff. Today, we're going to discuss about the PayPal latest quarterly earning, which was released last night. We just want to find out, I have a couple of group member questions me, is this a good price to buy PayPal? So we will look into it and we will also look into the numbers. Before that, I just want to put the disclaimer. So this presentation series is created and maintained for education purpose only, not intended to constitute legal, tax, accounting, or investment advice. So please keep that in your mind. Okay, let's move to the PayPal quarterly earning. So PayPal has released the second quarter earning. Before we move on, let me tell you something about the companies which I like. I put companies into two different categories. The first category is, for me, is a toll business. The toll business is like you paying toll. Every time you use the road, you have to pay the toll. And there are non-toll categories where they don't have this facility. So many companies like Microsoft, American Express, Visa, Discover, PayPal, those fall into toll categories. The toll category is because they have the recurring revenue. So once this type of company I like most because they have the recurring revenue from the subscription. So moving to the PayPal, there are a couple of things I want to share you that 75% of global website uses people checkout. So that is very dominating things for PayPal as a company. The second thing that they've been buying certain companies like Braintree for the merchant transactions processing. They have Venmo, they have. So in the qualitative side, I'm very comfortable with PayPal. Most my investment I do for long term. I don't do any investment for 1 year or 2 years, but and that's why I select the companies that can last for long term. The second thing I pay attention, I don't go into very deep calculation. You can do that, but there are so many variables that can make your assumption or make your fair value assumption about PayPal different. So I basically stick with the very simple things, and I will show you what. So first of all, whenever I buy the new companies, I always go to the statistic. And what I just want to know, once I decide that the qualitative way the business is very good, and I want to find it out the quantitative. Now I want to decide the price. So at that point, what I do, I always go to Yahoo Finance statistic. In the statistic here, this portion is very important for me. This is probably not going to be very accurate because the latest quarterly earning was released yesterday, but still it is we can use it as a good source. So I like the total cash. They have the 8 billion, the debt, they have 10 billion. The net income is about trailing 12-month net income is about 3.5 billion. So they can pay off their debt within 3 years, which I like the most. Mainly I try to find companies that can pay off their debt within 5 years using their net income. So in that check mark, I like PayPal. It has a very good balance sheet. It has a very good fundamental things. Now we hit to the second quarter on. In the second quarter earning, I usually go to the presentation. And if you look on the presentation, I would not go to discuss. I'm not going to go into detail, but I will point out a few things which I like the most. the first thing I like the most is they are committed to purchase 4 billion, repurchase the 4 billion worth of PayPal shares in year 2022, which is very good because anytime if you do repurchase the shares and your shares are undervalued, that would be the very good time to repurchase it and to increase the shareholder value. Say they have the 15 million share repurchase authorization, so which is a lot. So I like that one. Second thing I want to go over here. I don't worry about quarterly earning if they miss or they don't miss. They exceed the quarterly earning from. I don't go for that. I look for the 10 years span, and I'm sure from within the 10 years, the people will make more money because there are going to be a lot more transactions. There are going to be a lot more. The inflation will increase the price, so the chunk of money they will get is going to be increased. So based on that, I don't look, I don't put that much importance to the quarterly earning. But what I want to point it out, if you want to find it out, if this is the good price to buy PayPal, then we look here. Look here is the free cash flow. So for year 2022, they have the 1.3 billion cash flow, free cash flow. Okay, and if you look the net revenue here on the foreign exchange neutral currency basis, 6.8 billion for the second quarter. So what I'm going to do is I can find it out what amount of revenue they are converting into the free cash flow. So for that it's very easy. You know what you do is you have the revenue, which is 6.8 billion. For this quarter, okay. Oh, and then we have the free cash flow for this quarter, that is about 1.3 billion. Okay. So we can find it out the percentage revenue is being converted into the free cash flow. So that should be 1.3 billion divided by 6.8 billion. And that comes around 19.11%. So what does this say is that people, when generating $1 revenue, it's converting 19 cents into the free cash flow, which is a very good sign. I like companies which can generate 15 to 30 times. 19 cents is very good. 15 to 30 times means 15 to 30% of the revenue. There are companies there are very few companies that can achieve that kind of success. But so far, I can figure it out. So if their free cash flow mostly remain around around 20%. So every dollar they converted into 20 cents or 19 cents into the free cash flow, depend on the quarters. Now, what I will do is I go to, okay, here. So this line says what revenue they are expecting for the year 2022. So they are expecting $27.85 billion. So for 2022, full year revenue is $27.85 billion. Okay. Now they're going to convert this 19% into the free cash flow, these revenues, 19% into the free cash flow. So we can say approximately we are converting 27.85 billion. So they're converting 27.85 billion revenue. They're converting to they are generating free cash flow 5.32 billion. Okay. So now we have a free cash flow for the whole year 2022, which is 5.32 billion. Now we have to find out the number of the shares, outstanding shares, diluted one. For that, you can go to income statement, and that should be here somewhere. All right. Okay, so here I usually go with the 6-month diluted shares, weighted average diluted shares, because that gives you more realistic count rather than 3 months. So the outstanding shares are 1,166 million. So okay, so we can find out free cash flow per share. Okay, so free cash flow per share, we can find it out. It's going to be 5.32 billion divided by 1166 million, which would equate to, let's say 5.32 billion, we're going to convert into the million, and then divided by 1166. So $4.56. So $4.56 per share free cash flow. Now, what I will do is I have to decide how much I'm going to pay. So there are other companies that ranges from 15 times to free cash flow to 30 times free cash flow. You can pay up to that much. Let's look. For PayPal, I can pay up to 30 times. Above 30 times, it's not going to make good investment. I can do up to 30 times max. So if you do 30 times the free cash flow, the price would be about $137. Okay, so this is the max what I can do. And right now it's trading about, I'm saying 22 times free cash flow, because if you multiply by 22 with 4.56, it comes close to the $100, which is right now PayPal in the after hour. Yeah, it's gaining, it's $102. Okay. So the maximum I can pay up to $137. So according to me, I can still add to my position. PayPal is still margin for me. I can add more. If I haven't initiated new position, I can also do that one. But for year 2022, if I go up to $137, it would be considered as a good investment, not a great investment. If it's around 20 times free cash flow, like $100, it would be very good investment. And if it's trading at 15 times, it would be exceptional. So this is my view, and I'm not saying that you buy Apple or don't buy Apple. This is my view. This probably is different from other people's view. The other people, they don't want to pay 30 times free cash flow. But when I look people, Coca-Cola, these type of companies, they have the dominating positions. Microsoft, Google, Apple, Facebook. Then I like to pay a little bit more in the price to earning or price to free cash flow. So with that, I'm concluding this presentation. I hope you like my presentation. If you liked it, please subscribe to our channel because I'm going to keep releasing more videos in futures. And please click the like button. That would help us, that would motivate me to put more videos. But that's it for paper. So goodbye, and I will see you soon in the future. Thank you.